producing.
I didn't think it was this bad. It was so dark last night I didn't get a chance to see anything, but I was not expecting this.
Where that tornado is.
Christmas Day is normally a time of family celebration, opening gifts, and kids playing with Santa's deliveries. However, Christmas Day 2012 in Mobile turned into what is now a horrific memory. Mobile, a city known for its hurricanes and an abundance of rainfall, this day found itself under attack from a vicious tornado.
That's Midtown area, so this is moving through town, folks. This is moving right through town. If you're watching us here in Mobile, you need to be taking shelter here at this point.
The Christmas Day tornado was part of a massive North American storm system that produced a blizzard across the eastern U.S. and tornado outbreaks in the southern U.S. That day, Mobile experienced what is known as a large wedge tornado that started as a F1 and increased in severity to an F2 tornado with winds up to 150 miles per hour. Midtown Mobile bore the brunt of the storm's fury. Damage to Midtown Mobile was massive. 167-year-old Trinity Episcopal Church was left devastated by the tornado's dangerous winds. Neighborhood homes were left in shambles, left resembling scenes from areas caught in the middle of a ferocious military battle and not an ordinary American city. Massive and beautiful oak trees snapped like matchsticks, something famed Weather Channel analyst Jim Cantore pointedly spoke about.
Yeah, it's going to take a pretty strong wind to do that. I mean, those trees that I just saw topple down there, they've been through Frederick, they've been through Elena, they've been through Camille, Ivan. The list, is probably a page long of the hurricanes they've been through. But son of a gun, it took a tornado to change the wind direction in a big hurry to actually take these trees down.
However, it was the iconic Murphy High School that captured their attention and elicited the strongest emotional response from many. Long known as the Mobile County Public School System flagship school, which has stood since 1926 and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, the Christmas Day tornado inflicted $10 million worth of damage. School system officials, Murphy staff, and students, to all say the least, were stunned.
I think like everyone else, when you see the shape it's in, it's quite devastating. You look at the old oaks, certainly the historical buildings that we have here, it's devastating. It really breaks your heart.
Portable was still there.
Was it?
No. Got on Facebook that night, started watching and talking to kids, listening to kids talk and asking questions, and finally some of the band kids who came up told me that it was gone.
My first reaction was that I was excited because we ain't gonna be able to go to school, but I thought about it and I thought we were gonna be separated to different schools like Williamson or Davidson, so I was upset.
Well, I live right down the street from Murphy, so I knew something was wrong, and then I had walked down here like maybe an hour after it happened, and I saw the devastation, and I was like, oh, now I might have to go to McGill, and that was really, really sad, because I really don't like it. I really like Murphy.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. They would all have to go to our district schools and be overcrowded at other schools. That's my thought.
And as a transfer student at Davidson, when we heard about it, we were like, oh wow. So I mean, we knew something had happened, but we didn't know it was as bad as that. We didn't know kids were going to have to be transferred to Clark Shaw, and actually a lot of students that came to Davidson, and so we felt sorry for the students at Murphy.
The countdown is on, and in this case, not for the new year. Crews are hard at work at Clark Shaw Magnet School, which will host a tidal wave of Murphy High School students starting in just 1 week.
Knocked down but not out, Murphy was allowed to quickly get back to the business of educating its over 2,000 kids by transporting them all each day on a 16-mile round trip to the campus of Clark Shaw located in West Mobile. A logistical feat that has left an indelible mark on all involved.
Very surreal. We did Bus Duty here. We moved 1,800 kids every morning from Murphy out to Clarkshaw. It delayed us an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get started every day. It was just very odd. And Clarkshaw was tough. It was tight-knit. We were closer together. We had to make all kinds of allowances. We learned to be flexible and adjust, but it was definitely a surreal experience.
Some of the positives would be, I think our students learn to appreciate, what they have, and to not take things for granted. Meaning, you can be one place one day and the same day something tragic may happen, whether it's a storm or otherwise. The negatives were, I think tensions were high, and there was a lot of anxiety. It took a lot to settle in, especially with having to be transported from here to out there, and there was a lot of, I think, just resentment amongst the students for that. They wanted to drive, they couldn't drive, so we had to deal with all of that. That was negative in a sense, but we soon got used to it, and it became a routine.
With tens of millions dedicated to its restoration, this historic high school is on its way towards a new chapter in its storied history.